Hey everybody, I'm Griffin, and this is Theta, and this is a death battle! No, that's not our intro. Welcome to Stoneface Reactions, where we watch videos and then don't react to them whatsoever. Hey everybody, I'm Griffin, that's Theta, and this is another Stoneface Reaction, where we're spinning the wheel and we're just gonna see who fights each other. I lost last time, so I'm gonna get my first pick on whoever this is, but we'll see what happens. It is another Superpower Beatdown, Superman versus Thor.
Hitting that one random blue spot in the middle of reds.
Wow.
I think,
Okay.
to be reminded, I think reds are still death battles, so...
Oh gosh, it's been so long since we had one, but this is Superman versus Thor, a literal god versus the most powerful DC character.
By the way, sorry, before we actually get into the discussion, if you squint, and I don't know if you can see it on your side, Grip, we're getting to the point where you could almost read the names on the slices. They're
oh my
there.
Gosh. They've been there the whole time? Is that true?
They're just so small that they were there before. But if you, lean in, you can see there's text on them now.
Wow.
Man, we're going to have to start adding stuff to that to get rid of that problem.
I'm learning new things every day here, but honestly, if it's Superman versus Thor, cool as Thor is, I gotta go with Superman. Superman's gonna win. He's a man without any limits.
Okay. So it looks like my only recourse here is to slip in the alternate ending.
Yes, just edit everything. Just slice it in, edit my reaction, go, oh, I lost.
Yeah, let's see. Can I transparent the middle background of the live area, then superpose that on top of a version of the video, and then... Ah, God, I have too much work. I guess I'll just take
totally enough work.
Guess I'm going to take the L on this one, because I, much like you, would not vote against Superman.
Right, exactly. We're still very much of the same mind on this one, much like the last one, where we were both wrong.
Yeah, because you don't think, how do I beat Superman? It's, how can I get Superman to do this thing for me? It's like, what do I have to do to Lois Lane to get Superman to do this thing? Or to not stop me from doing this thing, right?
Right.
Because also, the best Superman stories aren't about him using his powers. It's like when Superman comes across a kid with a broken bike tire and helps him home, or talks down the girl who's going to jump off the top of a building from suicide, stays with her all night.
Superman stories aren't necessarily about how hard he can punch things. It's about, the empathy and, the other things going on, or, him trying to do good,
Yeah, his stories...
There's other interesting things about
He's a symbol...
Thor, though, is about punching stuff real hard.
Superman's a symbol for hope, and which is why people prefer Batman, because Batman isn't a symbol for hope, it's a symbol of fear for crime. But at the same time, Batman's supposed to be a normal human being, even though he's not. And which is why when he gets into a fist fight, it's like, oh, he might lose. The thing is, Superman's been crushed between two planets before and been in the face of a supernova, and Superman's still alive, so...
Thor recently, was exposed to a neutron star and survived, but, I don't think that movie's out yet.
Thor's biggest...
Not in 2013.
Thor's biggest villain so far has been depression, which I think turned him fat.
No, I think there was, Null the God Killer, who literally goes around killing gods.
Yeah,
but symbiotes.
I think Thor's still alive, and, again, Thor got fat, which has been...
The MCU was not very kind to him in the end. Yeah.
And those of you who are tuning in late, no, I'm not talking about the newest God of War game. I'm talking about Marvel.
Right. But yeah, I guess there's not a whole lot to talk about here. Everyone is very well aware of what Superman is. Thor has some eccentricities to him, like he's got magic and stuff, but he's primarily a character about hitting people with hammers. So, comes to the two, Superman's probably going to win.
Again, I think the problem is not much to talk about because we both agree Superman would win. So I guess
exactly.
I guess the other problem would be that this is a superpower beatdown, right?
Yeah.
Which means it's who is more popular.
It would probably have to be Superman still then.
People
right?
love to hate Superman, and Thor had a really bad first movie. So, I mean, also,
I think the first movie was pretty well received. The second movie less so because it was kind of bland.
First movie was boring. When you consider it to all the other Marvel movies, it's down there on the list.
Mm-hmm.
The second movie wasn't bland, it was just weird. It was a very weird movie, like the elves have existed since the dawn of time, and now they want to make everything dark. It was a very weird movie, but I wouldn't say it was bland. It was maybe hard to follow.
Right. But before we start comparing Thor movies, I guess you just want to watch this fight?
Not really, but I mean, end of the day, it's like, okay, you win, strike it, let's roll again. But no, we're here to react, so let's react.
Let's react.
God, I really wish you had won last fight. I really wish you hadn't picked Deadpool last fight.
I keep picking all the things you want.
Well, I'm a Deadpool fan. So, for one, would have liked to have had my guy.
Would have also liked to have lost, so you get to pick Superman.
Yeah, I would have had my guy, which would have meant I would have lost.
The Batmobiles, those Batmobiles.
Yeah.
Matt Mercer.
I mean, the Matt Mercer thing was just out of nowhere.
Cinema.
Episode 7, so we found one backwards.
We had to blow the dust off of this episode and everything. Every time I see Machinima, I just think, man, we're gonna find this like in an archaeological dig one day.
I mean,
it's gonna be a hard drive just full of this stuff.
My thing is I'm actively still watching Sea Nanners and Mr. Stark and hey, says alright. Those are it from the Machinima days, so I had to think for a second because I watched Sea Nanners play with Gassy Mexican, and it's like, wait.
Yeah, I had that moment of like, wait a second, there's still a thing?
Well, no, I was thinking, because they've had the joke before in their own episodes. Who are you?
Gosh. Watching one of their streams too, it's like, oh yeah, all they want me to do is do the bit. It's like, I need original content here.
I gotta go with Thor. Just because Clark Kent's a pretty
Yeah, no, I've heard him say that.
Oh, they have to have a convention to ask people out here, so I guess when it came to episode 8, they just didn't have one to go ask.
Thor. Whoa, 3 for Thor. Superman. Why? Because Thor doesn't have kryptonite. I feel like the hammer would mess up.
Yeah, that's very true.
Men love their tools.
R5, you've done the calculations. Who's gonna win in a fight, Thor or Superman? Oh, dude,
Now, a real R5 would spew smoke from the top.
Why?
Oh yeah, it has to make that like ooh noise.
Because he has a hammer. In the Marvel versus DC crossover, Superman did lift Thor's hammer. He is worthy. That is true.
That is true.
Oh, that's right. They have had crossovers before.
Really worthy? I think so.
I mean, yeah,
if anyone's worthy, Superman.
Also, the Amalgam universe still existed after that.
Superman's just an alien.
Epic Team Unicorn question. Claire, who'd win in the fight, Thor or Superman, and why?
Superman. Because Superman is Superman, and I don't think even a god could put him down. And I think Superman is a better person than Thor, and we all know that good triumphs over everything.
Both points are incredibly true.
He's a triumpher.
I think Thor might win.
Also, Superman has also fought gods in the DC universe and not been defeated.
Right. As was said like over on Death Battle some time ago, Superman's stories are about a man with no limits winning the day eventually, right?
Yeah, it's kind of like the Death Battle thing said, that Superman's a man with no limits, whereas Goku is a man with limits.
Yes. And Thor is ultimately, though a god, still a person with some limit on him.
Right? Superman.
So I was distracted by his patch. I want to know what the Chris army is now.
Would a storm really affect Superman?
It's an army of Chris's.
Why do I feel like the
know?
cameraman
You're
was
obviously
zooming
not a
in on
Chris.
somebody in the background for a second there?
And I think that you're going to see a battle.
This is a lot of action camera for basically just a bunch of talking.
Dude was completely unconcerned that a creepers walked past him.
Limitless power.
Who do you think he's voting for?
Limitless power from the gods. It's tough. It's tough.
Thor does not have limitless power from the gods, by the way.
Lands one hit with Mjolnir right on Superman. It's lights out.
In fact, the Odin force is technically more powerful than Thor, which is like the main Asgard force. And he doesn't have access to that most of the time. Usually because he's not king, because Odin's there.
I mean, if you did, then you would put in, what was it, Superman 1 billion BC, ACs, or AD. Where he spent hundreds of thousands of years in the center of the sun, just absorbing all the power.
Yeah, that's an invincible Superman right there.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it is. That's an actual Superman that exists.
Here we go, some Thor effects. From a LARP perspective, I really like that costume. Like, take off the discs, it's perfect. I want it.
Anyways, I'm gonna help Martha in the kitchen. So don't be late. Don't work too hard.
What's ironic is this could literally be a scene from the new Superman television show. Except for the
gosh, you're not wrong.
Except for the Martha part, since no spoilers, so I'm just saying, except for the Martha part.
Martha, why'd you say that name? Do you have a mom?
Good friend named Martha. I guess to be fair, the people naming people Martha has kind of not happened for a while.
It hasn't happened yet, I think.
So, in Superman's fairness, in fairness to Superman or Batman, there are less and less Marthas in the world as time goes by.
Are you the one they call Superman? I am Thor of Asgard, and it is customary where I am from for great warriors to battle.
I don't want to fight you.
That wasn't a choice!
I think the Thor, like, voice isn't, like, super on point, but the Superman one absolutely is.
And you also know at any point Superman holding back, right?
Win?
Yeah, exactly.
I will show you the elements.
It's very much that dark side moment from the cartoon. Like, I've been fighting in a world made of cardboard, but now I can finally let loose.
I'm not sure how laser beams and lightning would necessarily interact, but I feel almost not like that, but that wouldn't be cool.
There's also
Superman.
There's also the Max Landis version commentary where Superman is an adult in a room full of children.
Oh gosh.
Well, it was a argument for why it was reasonable for him to snap Zod's neck, is that Zod would also be an adult in a room full of children, and at some point you can't keep arguing with another adult when he's trying to kill the children.
I do like the bouncing off the terrain stuff. That was a good effect.
Mama's boy.
I always thought when he pulled that red bit off, it looked like he was pulling a torn up balloon off of his costume.
Also, I do love the hypocrisy of Thor saying Mama's boy when he literally is like all in on loving Freya.
Well, yeah, but we only get to see that mostly in the modern, today viewpoint from the movies and everything. Which obviously you can tell by this guy's accent, he's not going for that.
And Superman wins. He gets sun bonus now.
Well, I mean, to be fair, if you fight Superman... If you fight Superman in the daytime, that means the sun is on that aspect. So if you knock him straight up, there is a less than zero... I mean, there is a greater than 0% chance he might go towards the sun. I mean, I guess you'd really have to fight him at the equator and hit him at a perfect 90-degree angle for him to actually go at the sun.
At that point, he's just in orbit.
At that point, Superman always fights at the equator.
Just comes back and one-hit punches him.
Yeah, so he absorbs some power.
Let's see how the
and that's it.
We have 64% for Superman and 36% for Thor.
Yeah.
And now let's bring out the director of Superpower Beatdown, Aaron Schoenke.
What do you got to say?
Just want to say thanks for making the show.
Oh, you're just saying thanks. Okay. I thought you had like a final word to say there.
I would appreciate it if he came out to say, "All right, now let's watch the video together and commentate," just so I could see, the pallor drain from your face.
Gotta say though, I think this was a fun one. I think it had a lot of good effects. The actors were just pretty fun in their roles. My only comment was like the Thor voice, but I mean, they're just doing random live action stuff. I don't care about
I'd counter that it wasn't the greatest because we both went into it not thinking it was a battle at all.
That is true. We both shoot in for Superman here. And for Thor.
Well, I think anybody that saw it or saw the words would have known. Oh yeah, Superman would win that.
Mm-hmm.
To be a valid fight, an interesting one, it has to be more level.
Right, but these are, of course, comic book characters without, like, actual limits and stuff, so they could always just write someone else wins.
No, I mean, there's Superman equivalents in the Marvel, so they could have used those.
Right, but they're clearly like pushing for popular characters and just trying to see who's more. Whereas Death Battle is more of the like, let's try to put people on actual even footing, or at least with similar things going on, right?
Like I said, I just don't think this was a good matchup.
I think it's probably about as fair as it could have been. I can barely think of many Marvel characters who would fight Superman and win.
Hyperion, Sentry, there's a lot of them.
I just don't know them by heart.
Also, how about, you know what would have been a better matchup? A gooder matchup. Well, for one thing, this is probably a good matchup for 36% of people who thought Thor could beat Superman. But for me, though, I would say a better matchup, I'm going to throw Deadpool back out there. Superman versus Deadpool. How does Superman beat a character he can't kill and who won't stop trying to kill him?
And who won't stop annoying him, too. Wait, this is just Mixed Splitnik again, isn't
it? Has fourth wall breaking, so could conceivably know about kryptonite. Mm-hmm. He constantly references Marvel and DC movies in his... when he's, like, mad talking on people.
He knows. He has the kryptonite already.
Yeah, I mean, he could.
He baked it ahead of time.
I think in a previous Death Battle we've reacted to, where it was a Deadpool thing, Deadpool was there talking about Batman's thing where he has all that collection to beat other Justice League members. So, I mean, Deadpool knows, right? And he's not going to stop trying to beat Superman, and he can't die, and Superman doesn't want to kill people. So, it's very much the split up of who the character is and his abilities versus a person who's not directly opposite of you in power. Like, it's not strength against strength, it's strength against ability.
Right. I think it would make for an interesting narrative. It probably would make for an interesting 10-minute video with like a 3-minute fight.
No, it'd make it for an interesting hour-and-a-half fan video.
I would write the story, is what I'm saying. But before we started inventing fanfiction, I think we had a lot of fun. So, I'm Griffin, that's Theta.
Again, you're saying that from the Superman perspective. I am here on the Thor boat, saying, yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure. Alright, but this has been Stoneface Reactions. We'll catch you next time. See you, everybody. Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stoneface Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you thought about this video, what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?